Hi. Yeah, India's here now. Well, WICSO India, I should probably specify. And if you're wondering why they have their colony of, I don't know, California, let's say, and why they have Hawaii, hmm, why not? Um, anyways, let's just say like what happened to some countries. India, half their country is gone. Like, sorry, India. Bangladesh lost, I think, all their like populated land, so now they probably have a population of like 10 million. I just said billion. Sri Lanka, Etude. Malaysia, nah. Borneo. Indonesia, nah. Borneo. And some more stuff over here. Timor-Leste, dead. Malaysia, no, Myanmar lost all their coastal access. Thailand also lost all their coastal access. I forgot to do this. Thailand, oh wait, no, Thailand still has some. Anyways, yeah, enough of like being sorry for countries. Let's invade countries because it's fun. I'm joking. Anyways, where are they going to be invading first? Bing, bang, boom, bing, bap. Why them first? I'm gonna be honest, I don't actually think they can live very long. This area just folds over, like these guys aren't very populated of that area at least. So like I'm gonna be honest, I don't actually think they'd be able to last very long. Like, yeah, they're probably gonna die very quick. They lose like this little like dip, and they also end up losing all their like border territory. They also lose their Thailand border, which is don't know if that's good or bad. Don't know what the relation between these two are. Yeah, I don't know like if these two like hate each other or not, but oh well, they lost it. Anyways, oh, they also lose this. And the Indian military, well, the WICSO Indian military, makes a spearhead towards China, eventually reaching it. They encircle this section of the country, cutting it in half. The north falls, and then eventually the south falls. And in a peace treaty, that is Discord, not OBS, and in a peace treaty, oh, okay, yeah, these guys are dead. And I just want to, like, say something. As you guys know, the population of real life India is roughly 1.4 billion, I think. But this India has not only half of them, or about, so I'd say maybe like about 1 billion people, but they also have like most of these guys, so add on another 240 million. They also have Sri Lanka. I'm not actually sure. What I'm trying to say is like these guys are very populated. I'd say maybe like around 1.6 billion, so probably like definitely the most populated country. Anyways, we actually see something that isn't related to India happen. The island of Borneo unites together, or in other words, Borneo, or like Indonesia, the rest of Malaysia, and Brunei are going to be uniting. Also, yes, Singapore is taken, before you guys asked. Anyways, India gets an idea. Bing, actually, bing, bangly, boop, bam. Oh, okay. Yeah, these guys also want in. So we just see them go on in. We see India invade into Bangladesh first, taking a majority of the border and then taking all of the border, eventually just forcing them to be dead. They split off like the Bengal area, I believe that's what it's called, from the rest of India, and that also means these guys are separated. Eventually, Bhutan falls as well as the rest of this section, and over here in Pakistan, they begin working in on Kashmir. That is the wrong one. In Kashmir, a lot of people die, like millions die, but eventually the whole area falls over to Pakistan. This area, I don't know what country it's part of. It's part of Pakistan now. They just like the Pakistani military is doing surprisingly well. Not to say like they're weak or anything, just they're going against what was formerly like the fifth strongest country in the world, including Nepal, Bhutan, and the remnants of Bangladesh. Anyways, India is now pushing into India, and I believe New Delhi's like right there. Oh, yeah. And like WICSO India's capital is like all the way down here, so unless like a naval landing was made, they aren't getting the capital. Anyways, like with coastal access lost and like there's like a sweeping campaign being made, India decides to just bang. Yeah, they just surrender. And in a peace treaty, it will look something like. Sorry, I got called. Anyways, wait, I don't know why I am paused. I'm not done yet. Anyways, peace treaty looks like this. What does that mean? Let me break it down for you, and not the dancing. Pakistan gains these lands, like right here. What? Why is it pink now? I'm so confused. Anyways, it's fixed now. Anyways, yeah, they gain all of this. That's a big, big Pakistan. India gains this, this, and this. And if I can just draw that, I mean, if I can just erase that outline, then that will look good. There we go. And what are we doing with the rest? Making two puppet states. First one being over here in Bengal. And it will have these lands. And the second one being in like Nepal. Yeah, yeah. And you might be thinking, what about this piece of land? I think I might be wrong, so don't kill me. But I think this area is claimed by China. So yeah, big India. And what are they gonna do? They're gonna get some allies. Bing, bap. I am going to slightly change that because that is far too dark. That works. I'm fine with it. Anyways, where are they invading next? Bit of a pattern. They're invading these guys as well as them, as well as them. Why? They want money. The fact that this is so similar to my Indian Empire like video, that's just funny. Anyways, this area is like just instantly taken. I I had anti-analyzed on, I think that's what it's called. Anyways, they managed to take all of Djibouti and over here and begin pushing into Yemen and the Somalia. Although rebellious forces appear over here, that ain't good. Yeah. Another landing's made over here, and it's like to like contain the Somaliland rebellion. Just while like these guys invade them, they're gonna get independence, don't worry. Or will they? Because they begin pushing into Somaliland. And eventually they manage to take all of it. I'm joking, they don't push into Somaliland. But they do take this island. Oh, I don't know what's happened. That was weird. Anyways, they begin like pushing into Yemen. And I think the country's quite unstable, so like they just fall apart. Eventually all this is taken. Yeah. And then if we just go over to here, landing's made over here. And then, oh, that was weird. But then if we go down to here, another landing gets made. And then another one up here. Boy, the Indian military is really good. Anyways, eventually, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think any of these guys could survive very long. And in a peace treaty, we see, dear God. Yeah, India essentially just annexes everything. Except Somaliland, they get to live, because... Anyways, first thing that I'm gonna do, bang, they're joining. I forgot I already have a color over here. They're joining the alliance. And second of all, we see an alliance get made to stop them. And the countries in it are Vietnam, these two, and Thailand. Taiwan, I didn't give China this island. Okay, so yeah, the five I just said, as well as the Philippines, Borneo, and yes, Borneo still has this island. Um, anyways, yeah, these guys make an alliance, and they aren't the only ones in it, as a few other countries join. You see South Korea join, as well as Japan. Another country that joins is Saudi Arabia. We also see Ethiopia and Eritrea join. Qatar joins, as well as Kuwait, Afghanistan, all the stands, including Kazakhstan and Mongolia. Now that's a pretty big alliance. They think they, oh my God, and they think they can stop you, but not right now. Anyways, where's India gonna go next? Please, no. Don't worry, there won't be an invasion. Instead, they just annex them. They're like, hey, we're gonna invade you, and they say, no. And they just join up with them. Now that's a pretty big country. Now let's head over to here. What's India been doing over here? Well, what the yeah, India now has all of Central America, and everyone over here is scared. So we see, oh no. We see Jamaica join up, as well as these two. Surprisingly, this Cuban island decides to join, but not the rest of Cuba. The Bahamas join. Oh no. The Bahamas join. And eventually an invasion just leads to Cuba being annexed. So yeah, big India. And we see another country join in on the alliance. And that country is the US. Considering the current state of the US, when they join an alliance to stop you, you're dead. I'm gonna be honest, you are absolutely and utterly fucked. You're dead. Like, there's no way to live. You are just dead, my friend. So yeah, they're like, oh shit, because they're going to die, and they know that. But it hasn't been activated yet, so they're They're going to chill for a moment. They're just gonna think. Where can they invade that won't completely murder them? They don't know, so they decide to look around for options. Over here, next to Ethiopia. Over here, they'll probably have everyone around them join. South Africa, that's a pretty strong country, and they'll probably be able to hold off long enough to get allies, and eventually this alliance will join. Any of South America, not only does that have the US, but French Guiana, that's French. They'll probably call into the British, Germans, the Italians. Russia, that's just a death sentence. Iran, Iran. Yeah, they just decide to invade Iran. Ooh, oh God. Oh God, what have they done to the ocean? They can't do that in the ocean. They begin, I need to turn around the tolerance a little bit. Okay. They begin moving along the coast, eventually taking all the coast, and eventually, like, they just, like, bang. Now, they're like, oh crap, we forgot about them, but luckily they don't invade into them yet. And I won't say what I mean by yet. Anyways, they take all of this area as well as all the Caspian coast, eventually managing to just just yeah, they take Tehran, I believe the capital's called. I don't know how to pronounce it exactly, but eventually just like bang. Anyways, I think you know what's gonna happen. Full annexation. But something happens on the border of the alliances. A push is made into Iran, as well as a naval landing into Iran, as well as an invasion into here, an invasion here, a landing into Timor-Leste taking the whole island, a landing into Jamaica, here, and over here. And now the blue team says, oh, that was just an accident, we're sorry. They ain't buying it. So they declare war on them. Yeah, they are dead. So now with like not only the Indian military, but the Iranian, these three, Somalian, Somalilandian, essentially like most of like these guys, China, Pakistan, Myanmar, these two, like I don't know, they probably can win, but like the blue team will probably win, but like it'll probably be very hard. So the Indians strike back. They manage to take a lot of this border, eventually just like the Taliban dies, like India doesn't actually plan on like annexing any of them, like of Annexstan of Afghanistan, but like they want to get rid of the Taliban. Eventually, like these guys just get fully pushed out, and like they shouldn't have invaded them. And they say that it was a military accident, but like no one believes it. Not even like their allies. Like Canada doesn't believe it. The British, the French, they don't believe it. Yeah. So these guys essentially just shot themselves in the foot. Eventually Kazakhstan falls. And Mongolia is like, why the hell did we join? These two are like, ah, oh, fuck this, I'm out. We see Chinally with China, but not China, that's Taiwan. As well as an invasion into Vietnam. And over here in Vietnam, well, but not Vietnam, India also invades, eventually taking all the coast of these guys. and they work with China to fully take the coast, and they split the countries in a way that looks roughly like this. Like this. The landing is made in the Philippines by the Indians. That knocks the country out of the war, as well as an amphibious invasion into these guys, taking a lot of the coast, and then eventually just all the coast. They die, as well as just like the rest of the islands that they own. Over here, like, they just leave with what they got. No, they just like leave with what they currently have. Because like they know they're gonna die if they continue invading, so they just leave with what they currently have. We see if I can get the color, okay. An invasion into Eritrea goes well, as well as one into Saudi Arabia, but that's mainly desert. So yeah. Although I do believe the capital's somewhere there, so good job. Although this area is full, so that's bad. Although over here is where their plan doesn't go so swell. Cuba gets taken as well as the Bahamas. Landing's made in Panama. But over here, if I can, okay, I got the color. But over here, they managed to take Alaska. So there goes all your oil, Uncle Samuel. This area gets taken, so like up here. And then eventually the US is like, we give up. Well, not give up. They're like, okay, yeah, we have land, so yeah, go ahead. We're done. Anyways, sweet mother of God. Yeah, India essentially is the strongest country in the world now. Why? Well, let's break it down. Central Asia, it's theirs. This is essentially this is essentially just all India now. Ethiopia gets away scot-free, although I did forget to just bam. Yeah, they do end up annexing Djibouti. No, Eritrea. They annex it into Djibouti. They take all of over here, including just all of over here. China gets this. These two go away scot-free. I don't think anywhere else over here was in. Oh yeah, Mongolia gets away scot-free. The US just loses the, like where WICSO like is, froze WICSO California is. They also lose Alaska. So now they have no Pacific access, as remember they also have Hawaii. Although all of the Caribbean goes over to the US. So yeah, big India. Am I right, fellas? Oh my God! That's hurting my eyes, that's hurting my eyes, that's hurting my eyes, that's hurting my eyes. Anyways, before I have a die of death and die, uh, the Indian Empire, but WICSO edition. Uh, bye.